potion when crushing your ingredients.
What? Okay, so we're recording again. Crush ingredients. Right one.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Adds.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Collect the eggs in his office. And I already said in his office.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I was relieved. Professor Sharp seemed to disagree. I was relieved.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Yeah.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippins.
Revelio.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Professor Sharp's Auror badge. Guide pages. Aurors comprise the Ministry's magical law enforcement and protect the wizarding world from all sorts of threats, particularly those posed by dark magic. This Auror badge belongs to Professor Sharp.
Professor, what should I be doing again?
You should have collected the ingredients from my office and begun brewing a potion at your cauldron. Finish your potion and then return to me.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
You heard correctly.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I can get you that feather.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Keep your potion stations organized and...
Revelio.
Memorandum date, 31st of December, 1875 from, our office subject, Borgin and Burks. Borgin and Burks has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more Aurors to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are amongst the new additions. Further instruction to follow. Right stick. Scroll. Circle button.
Revelio. Revelio.
Not be that color, Miss McDowell.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
A well-prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on hand. Should you chop the Didney or crush it?
Potion station. Empty. Circle button. Back. Wiggenweld potion. Aids in healing and restores a bit of the drinker's health. Brewing time. 15s. Yield. 1 bottle. Edgeorus potion. A potion that enhances the drinker's defense by covering them with a durable rocky skin. Brewing time. 30s. Yield. 1 bottle. Ash Felix Felices. Enhances the drinker's chance of success in their endeavors specifically, by revealing the locations of large loot chests on the minimap for one in-game day. Brew Maxima Potion. Increases the drinker's spell damage for a limited amount of time. Felix Felices. In Edgeorus Potion. A potion that enhances the drinker's defense by covering them with a durable rocky skin. Brewing time. Wigan Edgeorus Potion. A potion that enhances the drinker's defense by covering them with a durable rocky skin. Brewing time. 30s. Yield. 1 bottle. Circle button. Back.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor, again. Mr. Weasley.
Potion station. Empty. Circle button. Back. Wiggenweld potion. Aids in healing at Edgeorus potion. A Pope Felix Felices. Enhances the drink Wigan Felix Felices. Enhances the drinker's chance of success in their endeavors specifically, by revealing the location.
I brewed an Edgerus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what you mean.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
It was nothing.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Collection chests. 2 out of 35. Field guide pages. The Grand Staircase. The Magnificent Staircase of Hogwarts. The South Wing. The South Wing of Hogwarts. Cross button. Select. The quests. All. The girl from Uagadu. Natty Onai has at Professor Hecat's assignment too. Professor Hecat wants me to practice avoiding attacks by dodge rolling. She also wants me to cast Incendio on a few enemies. My field guide will not guide me through this assignment, but my map could still prove useful. Successfully avoid enemy attacks by dodge rolling, 0/10. Cast Incendio on enemies, 0/5. Rewards. Cash in the castle. The first clue shows a rhinoceros skeleton on display. I know I must have walked by that at least a dozen times. Now if only I could remember where it is. Find the first landmark from Arthur's treasure map. Cross button. Track quest. Circle button. Back. Cross button. Untrack level. 9. Circle button.
Revelio.
Potion station. Empty. Circle button. Back. Wigan Edgeoris potion. Maxima Felix Felices.
Revelio.
Certainly sound like you have an opinion on this. Jumpers are a nightmare for getting in the trunk. If you put your shoes in there as well, the smell.
Revelio.
And this hall doesn't go anywhere.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Wyvern Fountain. Guide Pages. This fountain in the Transfiguration courtyard has a likeness of a wyvern on top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Despite rumors to the contrary, possibly started by Sir Cadidon, this is most assuredly not meant to be the wyvern of Y, slain by the lively knight in spite of himself.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
I'll look into it.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
Why, thank you. I've had some good luck.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
They can be scary.
Oh, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskeen Dunkeen.
That's unkind.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
I'll see what I can do.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Revelio.
Revelio.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
My father writes them every
Revelio.
made the mistake of leaving my potions homework in the common room.
Revelio.
Majestic robe.
Map, Flu Flames locations. Hogwarts challenges, collections, inventory. Here. Level 9. Mrs. Cloaks and Robes. Cirque Tradition Majestic School Robe. Superb equipped item. Majestic School Robe. Superb. Required level 9.
Revelio.
Broken Broom. Guide pages. This broken broom belonged to Celine Wartnaby and is rumored to be all that remains after she insisted on demonstrating her experimental lunar apparition charm to fellow third years. No one knows if she succeeded. Cross button. Continue.
Revelio.
Flattened armor. Guide pages. This set of armor belonged to Sir Skagglethorpe the Heedless, who unwisely challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs.
Revelio. Revelio.
No, you just came in.
Revelio.
Glumumbles. Guide pages. Glumumbles are magical flying insects that produce a treacle which will cause melancholy if consumed. They feed on nettles and nest in dark and secluded places. Unfortunately, they are known to infest beehives, having a devastating effect on the honey therein.
Revelio. 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 These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Revelio. Incendio. This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Revelio.
Devil's snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Seems the devil's snare was protecting a chest of some kind.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery.
Incendio. Incendio! Revelio. Revelio.
Mm. Mm.
Revelio. Revelio.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Happy to help. Take it.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
Map, Floof, the Grand Staircase. The Magnificent Quests. All. Liv, the girl from Uagadu. Nati Onai has asked me to meet her at a hamlet called Lower Hogsfield, just south of Hogwarts. I should see what she wants. Meet Nati Onai in Lower Hogsfield. Requirements. Cross button. Untrack quest. Triangle button. Level. Inventory.
Revelio.
Central Hall Fountain. Guide pages. This ornate fountain features intricately carved statues of denizens of the magical world, including a set of stone sirens encircling the fountain's base.
Revelio.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That's amazing.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
If I have time.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Okay.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. started. Only 4 more to go.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Revelio. How nice to see you, my young friend. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Reading can be as magical as any
Revelio.
spell. Why can't students see that?
Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section and Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics. Circle.
Revelio.
Get there.
I hated learning banishment.
Revelio.
Such abysmal marks.
Everyone knows you can't conjure.
Sometimes I wish someone would transfigure me into a squirrel. Then I wouldn't have to worry about doing schoolwork.
All I can say is, it's lucky the boys have their own dormitories. The mess they make.
As long as I get some sleep, I don't mind walking.
Transfiguration requires such precision. Mother was furious.
Revelio. Can you remind me what you needed help with again?
I need someone to collect the 5 books flying about the library for me. One of them is my personal diary, and I'd really like to have it back before it falls into the wrong hands.
Transfiguration is far too difficult for me. Much prefer potion.
Revelio.
Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He is such a menace. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions. Always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. Arbroath